The history of the origin of the Dogue de Bordeaux. There are several versions of the origin of the breed, and disputes between dog handlers continue to this day. Some experts believe that the Dogue de Bordeaux originated from the Fighting French. Other dog handlers claim that the breed came from bulldogs or Tibetan mastiffs. The first version is considered more plausible. These powerful dogs inherited many of the traits of the ancient Alans, which were the oldest hunting breed in France. At the same time, these animals were used to guard herds, transport goods, and dog fights. Until 1863, Dogue de Bordeaux were called French Mastiffs. Active work on breeding Bordeaux began only in 1892, and a few years later the first breed standard was approved. The first club began its activity in 1924. Its main task was to restore the number of Dogue de Bordeaux after the end of the First World War. The breed was on the verge of extinction. It was simply unrealistic to feed these large animals during the war years, so many of them were killed. Only a few breeders were able to save their wards at the cost of incredible efforts. Interesting fact, the breed was re-restored in the 60s of the last century, but in 1966, only 5 purebred Dogue de Bordeaux were officially registered. Over time, the breed has become very popular. Bordeaux were used to restore the line of English Mastiffs to develop a number of new breeds, including the Dogue Argentino. The first representatives of the breed came to the territory of Russia only in 1990. Dogue de Bordeaux, description of the breed. The Dogue de Bordeaux looks rather massive, but squat. The weight of adult males sometimes reaches 90 kilograms with a height of about 68 centimeters. Bitches are practically the same size as them. On the exterior, experts distinguish 3 breed standards: show standard. This group includes all animals that have ideal conformation characteristics. Breed standard. Bordeaux from this group have small deviations from the standard, but they participate in exhibitions and are successfully bred. Pet standard. Dogs in this category are not used for breeding, do not become exhibition sites. Bordeaux is a large dog with a wide chest, stocky body, large head. The muzzle always looks wrinkled due to the many folds. The nose is short and turned up. The ears have curved edges. The animal's lips are quite fleshy, the chin is powerful. The eyes are oval. The limbs are very stable and strong. Strong muscles are clearly visible on the hips of the animal. All joints are prominent. The hind legs are slightly longer than the front legs. Claws are missing. The claws are very strong. The coat is short without undercoat. The class of the animal is determined by the following indicators. The muscles of the cheekbones and cheeks are well developed. The eyes should be wide apart. The ends of the ears reach the line of the eyes and are always tightly pressed against the muzzle. The loin is wide, and the chest circumference is 20 to 30 centimeters larger than the height. Developed facial expressions. Bordeaux's appearance is always gloomy or offended, but this is not an indicator of his real mood. The lower jaw of the Great Dane protrudes slightly forward and rises above the upper one. All incisors are in line and the bite is bulldog. Popular colors of Dogue de Bordeaux. The color of the Bordeaux giant varies from light and almost yellow to dark brown. The animal's mask can be painted brick or black. The coat is monochromatic and only on the chest can there be small white spots. The color of the iris of the eyes can be black or brown depending on the color of the mask on the face. Light brown eyes in animals without a characteristic mask. Black, brown, pink or red nose color is acceptable. The current breed standard is very demanding. Quite often, animals are disqualified for the following reasons. The dog has a sagging or humped back, lower back, bulldog head, flatter barrel-shaped chest. White spots on the body or head of the animal, overly aggressive, or, on the contrary, cowardly behavior, too long or square body, neck is too low or high, non-standard eye shape, their small size, atypical eye color insufficient or overweight dog, snoring while moving, short upper lip, excessive elegance in males, undescended testicles, short tail, straight canine teeth, malocclusion, weak musculature. At the very beginning of the formation of the breed, many breeders recognized only Great Danes with a dark mask on the face. Other dog handlers believed that the presence of a black mask on the muzzle of the Dogue de Bordeaux is unacceptable, since such a dog cannot be considered a purebred. Later it was decided to select puppies with a uniform color with or without a mask, with uncropped ears. The nature and habits of the Dogue de Bordeaux. The character of the Bordeaux giant is calm. He is quite smart and devoted to his master. The animal does not tolerate long separation, being alone. The dog chooses its main owner among the household and recognizes only him. All the rest are recognized as their own, but only one person will obey the dog unquestioningly. As the owner, the dog most often chooses a person with a balanced character. The Great Dane is always equal with him, and other members of the family are treated with patronage, even with tenderness. The animal gets along well with children, takes part in various games with great pleasure. Bordeaux can be aggressive only towards outsiders, but without a good reason it never attacks. The dog barks rarely and only as a warning. These animals become extremely aggressive when they smell alcohol from a person. French Mastiffs are quite friendly towards other pets who live with them in the same house, but their friendliness no longer extends to other people's animals. Interesting fact, Bordeaux lend themselves to training, but you should take into account the peculiarities of their character. These animals always first think over the command and only then execute it. Great Danes are hardy enough, but stubborn and a little lazy. They can easily find the weak point of their owner and then use this weakness successfully. Training representatives of this breed will be most effective if you do not shout and use the right motivation. In some cases, it is better to use the services of professionals. Interesting facts about the Dogue de Bordeaux. Bordeaux are among the 10 largest dog breeds. Individuals can weigh more than 80 kilograms. These giants get along well with any pets, regardless of their size, but outside their own home they can set off in pursuit of an ordinary yard cat. A French Mastiff can make a great nanny. The dog is very patient with children's pranks, ready to participate in all games if they are not too active. You cannot leave them with babies under 5 years old, since through negligence and clumsiness, the dog can crush the child. Other interesting facts. The Dogue de Bordeaux became especially popular after the release of Turner and Hooch in 1989. This breed existed only on the territory of Eurasia until 1959, and only then it was brought to the United States. French giant puppies have softer features that become more pronounced as they get older. All Bordeaux Mastiffs need early socialization, otherwise the pet will grow up extremely naughty. This breed will not suit a neat and tidy owner, since such a pet will have to say goodbye to perfect cleanliness in the house. These dogs are considered excellent watchmen who will not allow strangers to cross the boundaries of the protected area and immediately rush into the attack. To raise an obedient, reliable companion, you must be patient, since these animals can be stubborn, be lazy, poorly tolerating loneliness. Bordeaux always strive to participate in the life of their human family, to accompany their master everywhere. Pros and cons of Dogue de Bordeaux. The Dogue de Bordeaux is not suitable for those who want to have a playful and active pet. These dogs do not tolerate physical activity. If you want to have a playful and active dog, the Dogue de Bordeaux is not for you. These large dogs cannot tolerate prolonged physical exertion. They are too heavy to participate in active games. Before purchasing Bordeaux, you should familiarize yourself with the pros and cons of the breed. The main advantages. Incredible devotion to his master and all household members, lack of unjustified aggression, calm disposition, balanced character, excellent sentry and security characteristics, no need for long walks and great physical exertion, good for children and other pets. Disadvantages of the breed. High maintenance cost, the need for serious training, early socialization. A dog can strive for domination by its owner, recognizes only one leader, sensitive to temperature changes. These animals have strong salivation, they can stain everything around in a short period of time. Quite difficult care, with improper nutrition, many individuals are prone to obesity, which in turn becomes the cause of many dangerous pathologies. Bordeaux are good companions who need to always be close to their owner. If a person is often on business trips, then the dog will be very bored, become uncontrollable, so he will no longer obey other people. This dog is perfect for families with children, where there are also other pets. Breeding of Dogue de Bordeaux. Dogs of Bordeaux are usually kept in a house or apartment. These animals do not tolerate low temperatures. Therefore, if it is decided to settle the dog on the street, then a warm kennel should be equipped. The dog has weak joints, even in an apartment or house. It is necessary to provide a warm bed or heated floor in the pet's resting place. Keeping Great Danes in an open-air cage is unacceptable. Bordeaux giants do not tolerate heat well. During summer walks, the animal should have access to clean water, since Bordeaux drinks often and a lot. Their physical activity should be average. It is better to walk your pet twice a day and only with a muzzle. You should not force the dog to make a large number of jumps from a height, as the joints and mating, which are the weak point of these good people, may suffer. The training and education of puppies should be started from the age of 2 months, but first, the animal is socialized. The dog needs to get used to a leash, muzzle and collar. It must be taken out to busy streets, allowed to interact with other people, animals. It is important for a dog to instill trust in the world around him. The owner should encourage the puppy, periodically pick it up, stroke it, creating positive emotions in the pet. Important fact, when raising a baby, it is important to be patient and calm. These dogs need time to think about each new command. It is important to build a trusting and lasting relationship with your animal. Training always alternates with play. Care for Dogue de Bordeaux. Important care requirements. The Dogue de Bordeaux, despite its short coat, requires regular brushing. With the help of a soft brush or rubber glove, loose hairs, keratinized skin are removed. Bathing, washing the Mastiff should be as dirty. The numerous folds on the animal's face require special attention. The skin in this area is very susceptible to infections, as dirt and saliva are retained on the face. After each meal, all wrinkles are gently cleaned with a damp cloth. After walking, it is necessary to treat the paw pads with an antiseptic lotion, check for cracks, injuries, and then moisten with vegetable oil. Eyes and ears should be examined daily for redness and suppuration. Natural secretions and dirt are removed with a soft cloth dipped in a special lotion or strong tea. In the presence of inflammation, lacrimation, a large amount of sulfur in the ears, a visit to the veterinarian is indicated. It is necessary to consult with a specialist, and in the case, when the animal behaves restlessly, it often shakes its head. For dental hygiene, chew sticks, which can be purchased from specialized stores, are suitable. In addition, teeth are cleaned with a brush and paste. The nails are trimmed once a month using a claw cutter and the edges processed with a soft file. To wash Bordeaux, it is better to use special shampoos and cleansers that will protect the animal's skin from moisture loss. Dry cleaning is often sufficient. Diet of Dogue de Bordeaux. With a balanced diet and a sufficient level of physical activity, Bordeaux are not prone to gaining excess weight. If the animal is on a natural diet, then the basis of the diet should be fresh lean meat. Periodically it is necessary to add byproducts, fish, fermented milk products. The dog should be accustomed to vegetables and fruits. If the dog is on dry food, but you cannot save on its quality, it should be of high quality, and especially for large breeds of dogs. If you have any doubts about the correct choice of diet, you should consult a veterinarian. Foods that are excluded from the Bordeaux diet. Any river fish, as well as canned fish, foods that contain caffeine in any quantity, any spicy and salty food, mushrooms, pitted fruits, raw meat, eggs, any legumes, butter and yeast dough, bread, fatty foods, tubular bones, any seasonings, onions, garlic, all citrus fruits, sweets. A bowl of Dogue de Bordeaux should always contain plenty of clean drinking water at room temperature. Do not forget about special nutritional supplements for joint health, as well as vitamin complexes, especially if the animal is on natural food. Dogs should not be overfeeded, especially if there is a lack of physical activity. It is best to give food in small portions at regular intervals. The animal must have an established diet. Like all large dogs, Bordeaux need a short rest after every meal. Diseases and health problems. Dogue de Bordeaux does not have any specific diseases and is distinguished by quite good health and immunity. Average life expectancy is 9 to 11 years. Puppies get sick more often than adults, especially those that have not been vaccinated. Most often, Bordeaux suffer from the following diseases: various dysplasias of the elbow and hip joints, the absence of treatment of which can lead to almost complete immobility of the pet, pathology of the cardiovascular system, a number of respiratory infections, volvulus, bloating, kidney pathology, hyperkeratosis, epilepsy, various lymphomas, arthritis. If the puppy is not vaccinated, then it is better not to take him outside. Females often have complicated childbirth, as puppies are born with large heads. In some cases, it is impossible to do without the help of a surgeon. Some animals have problems with the thyroid gland, accompanied by a deterioration in its functions. In adult dogs, there may be excessive thickening of the skin on the paw pads. An infection gets into the formed cracks. An important fact: parasitic mites often cause skin conditions such as dermaticosis. You should carefully examine the animal's coat for the presence of parasites after each walk. Even with good health, these giants are not long-lived. In order for the pet to live as long as possible, the owner must carefully monitor the state of his health, as well as timely vaccinate, scheduled examinations, and regular treatment against parasites. Any disease should not be allowed to take its course, so that it does not lead to a deterioration in the general health of the dog. Dogue de Bordeaux. Price and how to buy correctly. The price of a Dogue de Bordeaux puppy depends on the status of the receiver. The cost can vary widely, from $200 to $800 US. If there are no documents for the dog and it is purchased from a private owner, then the price may be $100 US, but in this case the buyer will not have any guarantees that the puppy is healthy. There is also a high risk of buying a mentally unstable animal. When planning to purchase a Great Dane puppy, you must first decide on its class. The next step is the floor of Bordeaux. Bitches are always more obedient than males, but quite often they are more cunning. Males are more independent, quarrelsome, therefore, when raising them, you will need to show fortitude and patience. Excessive obsession can be attributed to the negative traits of Bordeaux, so you need to fight it from an early age. You should forbid the dog to jump on itself, put its paws on the chest, since with the impressive weight of the animal in the future, this will cause many inconveniences. It is impossible to force the dog to do something by force, so it will be more effective to interest him and motivate him. You cannot raise your voice to the puppy. If the baby is indulging, then he needs to make a reprimand in a calm voice and then repeat the command. When choosing a baby for your home, you need to pay attention to his parents. Many defects and diseases are inherited. It is very important to check the veterinary passport, pedigree, dysplasia test results. A healthy baby is always curious and playful. The puppy should not limp, try to hide, whine for no reason, be lethargic or overly agitated. Dogue de Bordeaux fell in love with many, their owners almost always give positive reviews. Many of them advise turning only to reliable breeders, as well as for help from specialists, to raise a loyal and intelligent pet. Among the main positive qualities of Bordeaux, everyone notes their calmness, incredible dedication, respect for children and quick wits.